Welcome to Everyday Linux User. In today's video I'm going to see, can you get from Ubuntu 14.04 to Ubuntu 23.10 using the upgrade tools available within Ubuntu, and I'm going to see how well it performs if you do manage to get there. So stay tuned to find out. So if you're on any version of Ubuntu, so 14.04 is the oldest version that is supported by Ubuntu. So it's out of general support and it's in what's called security support, the extended securities. So hopefully you can get from there as far up as possible. Anything before 14.04 you're probably going to have to install the new version anyway, and ideally I would generally recommend just backing up your files and reinstalling Ubuntu at the later stage. But we've got the updaters, so let's see how well they work. So if you're going from 22.04, 20.04, 18.04, 16.04, we're going to go all the way up from 14.04 upwards. So here we are in 14.04, so we're going to go into the menu and we're going to do update. So it's going to force me to install the updates first, so we'll do that. It's worth noting you should probably back up all your files and folders first before doing these upgrades, just in case something goes wrong, especially anything important that you need to keep: music, photos, videos, documents, anything like that. Back them up to an external source, whether you store them in the cloud or on an external drive. So you might be asked to restart your computer after the update is completed, and when you run the updater the next time you'll see this: the software is up to date, and it says, because I'm on 14.04, it says 16.04 is available. So all you have to do is click upgrade and enter your password, and it's going to take you to the next version along. And this is going to take a while. It's going to fetch the files, set up new packages, install the upgrades, clean up, then restart your computer. But you might get a message. You can't really walk away from the upgrade installer because these little pop-ups keep popping up. It tells you basically what's going to happen. So it's going to download 1.2 gigabytes of data. It's going to take about 3 minutes with my connection. Installing the upgrade can take several hours. Once the download is finished, the process cannot be cancelled. So I'm going to click that. This is why it's actually quicker just to back up your files. Go and get the latest version, which is 23.10 if you want to go to that, or 22.04 if you want to go to the LDS, and just install it afresh. But I'm showing you this just to show you the upgrade tool. So at this point, it's actually asking me if I want to upgrade to 18.04. I'm not going to do that now because I've already got the upgrader running, so clearly don't upgrade that. And we'll just leave that running as it is. As part of the cleanup, it might ask you to remove obsolete packages. So all you've got to do is click remove or keep. I'm going to remove. It says please restart, please save your work before continuing with the upgrade, but restart now is what you want to do. And here we are. You can see we're now in Ubuntu 16.04. So how do you get from Ubuntu 16.04 to Ubuntu 23.10? So you have to do it in stages. So to get from 16.04 to 23.10, you have to go from 16.04 to 18.04, which was the next long-term support release. Now, as with 14.04 to 16.04, you have to go into the updater. You can see it's got 279k will be downloaded, so you install that. And now you'll see that it says the software on this computer is up to date and you can upgrade to 18.04. So that's what we're going to do, click the upgrade button. And then you'll see the release notes for Bionic Beaver. But basically you just want to click upgrade. And it will do as it did for 14.04 to 16.04. It's going to prepare the upgrade, it's going to get the new software, it's going to install the upgrades, clean up and restart the computer. You can't step away from your machine whilst it does this because there will be various pop-ups along the way. So it says 7 installed packages are no longer supported. You can still get support from the community. 55 packages are going to be removed. 442 new packages are going to be installed, and 1,697 are going to be upgraded. It's 1.3 gigabytes in size. It should take about 2 minutes. Installing the upgrade can take several hours once the download is finished. The process cannot be cancelled. So you should again back up your system and any files that are important to you before starting this, but essentially click Start Upgrade to upgrade from 1604 to 1804. And it just tells you it's going to disable your lock screen so that it doesn't disable the upgrade. And you can see now it's started getting the packages. As part of the cleanup, it'll ask whether you want to remove obsolete packages. Yes. And now all you have to do to complete the upgrade to 1804 is click Restart Now. You've now successfully upgraded to Ubuntu 1804, and it's basically telling you what's new. And you have to skip through these sections here. We're not going to be sticking around any length of time, but that's how you get to 1804 from 1604. Now, the next step is you need to get from 1804 to 2004. 2004 is actually a supported release, so once you've done swap, you've got a fully supported Ubuntu. At the moment, 1804 is out of support. It's just security releases only. So the steps again are the same as before. You click down here though, and then you type in updater. And you want to get off 1804 as quickly as possible. Now you can see here it actually says it's actually popped up with the upgrades already available. So you can either run the updater like I have, or you can just click the upgrade now. So I'm going to click don't upgrade because I'm doing it as if that didn't pop up. And you can see it's your computer is completely up to date and you can upgrade now. Again, if you're going to upgrade, back up your system, make sure all your files are safe before you do so. Click the upgrade button. The first thing you'll notice about 1804 is that it's now no longer using Unity, it's using GNOME as the desktop environment. And all you have to do is click upgrade. It's the same update path as before. Prepares to upgrades, gets the new packages, still set upgrades, cleans up, and then restarts the computer. So here we are. It says 13 installed packages are no longer supported, 50 packages are going to be removed, 337 new packages are going to be installed, and 1720 are going to be upgraded. And it's a 1.3 gigabyte download again. It says it's going to take 3 minutes to do this, and the upgrade can take several hours, and once the download is finished the process cannot be cancelled. Again, make sure you've backed up all your work before doing this, and then click start upgrade. And again it's locked, disabled the lock screen, and the process will begin. Interestingly, I got this message: the upgrade will continue, but the temp dbkg install AppArmor package may not be in a working state. Please consider submitting a bug report. I don't think there's much point at this moment in time because it'll be a pre-supported release. So I'm going to click close. We've got another message here. Could not install the LibreOffice Common deb. Again, we're just going to click close. So if you've got Chromium installed, like I have, if you don't have it installed, this won't pop up, but it's going to upgrade to this Chromium Snap from the Debian package. And disaster has struck. I've got a message saying could not install the upgrades has aborted. We were so close. Look how far to the end, and now it's going to recover. Oh, but it says the upgrade is completed, but there were errors during the upgrade process. I'm not sure where that leaves us. So I've restarted the computer and it looks kind of okay. Everything's there. Let's see what runs. Firefox is 119. Oddly, when you install Ubuntu 2004, the version is actually only 111. So how it's got to 119, I don't know. You can see we've got problems occurring here. Let's try LibreOffice. Nope, LibreOffice is absolutely screwed. The software manager. So LibreOffice is screwed, but the software center seems to be okay. Let's look at Chromium. Chromium looks fine. So let's go and find LibreOffice in the package manager, and we're going to remove it. Wow. That's worrying, isn't it? Let's unpin these. So, right, so we're now on 2004. We've got no LibreOffice. Let's try and install it. So let's install that. Let's see what else doesn't work. Calculator work? Yes. Let's try something like Rhythm Box. Is it even there? It is. The box is fine. It feels like the only victim of our upgrade particularly happens to be LibreOffice, and if we can reinstall that, then that's not a bad thing at all. Yeah, everything else seems to be working. It's just LibreOffice was the victim of that upgrade issue. So if this installs properly, which it should because it's a snap package, we should be back in a good position. So I tried to install a package there to see if apt was indeed broken, and you can see it says it is. So what we're going to do is sudo apt fix broken install. So nothing has worked thus far, but I've looked online and you can see sudo remove -rf etc armor.d cache fixed my problem. So we're going to try that out. So sudo -rf, be careful with this. etc AppArmor.d cache. And as you can see, now fix broken install appears to be doing a lot more than it did before. So that blog post seems to have done the trick. And now that appears to be fixed. Interestingly, my prompt still says Ubuntu 14.04. Okay, so right, let's try and now upgrade to Ubuntu 22.04. Now 20.04 is actually supported, and I think this is probably now working. So what we're going to do now is try and upgrade from Ubuntu 20.04 to Ubuntu 22.04, and we're going to use the same scenario as before. So let's go full screen mode again, and let's go to the updater. So you need to install the updates first. So just ask for my password again. So here we are, 2004 is now completely up to date, which means I can now upgrade to 2204. Now this is going to be interesting because 2004 failed, so this might fail again. But we're going to try it anyway. This will take us up to the latest long-term support release, and all we have to do is click upgrade, and it's going to do the same as it did for all the other upgrades. It's going to prepare the upgrade, get the new packages, install the upgrades, clear up, and then restart your computer. Again, you can't completely leave your station because there may be pop-ups along the way. It's one of those you can walk away, but maybe keep an eye on it, especially at the get a new package and installing the upgrade stage. And here we are. All we have to do now is, so it says there's 6 installed packages that are no longer supported, 50 packages are going to be removed, 361 new packages, and 1920 packages to be upgraded. And so it's a 1.7 gig download, and it's going to take about 4 minutes. So it's quite a big download this time. So start upgrade. I should have said make sure that you've backed up all your work if you're upgrading from Ubuntu 20 to Ubuntu 2204. As you can see, we're now in the realms of installing the upgrades. So it'll unpack them first, then it'll install them. Let's hope for a better ordeal than from 18 to 20. So it's now asking to upgrade Firefox, so we're going to do that. And here we are towards the end now. It says 258 packages are going to be removed. It says removing the packages can take several hours. To prevent data loss, close all applications and documents. Okay, so we're going to click the remove. I can actually confirm it didn't take several hours, it only took a couple of minutes. So now restart and we should be in 2204. So here we are, this is now 2204, which is the latest long-term support release. So if you're happy running at LTS releases, then this is where you need to be. My bar down the side here is not looking very good at all, so what I'm going to do is re-add in the things that we need. So how do you upgrade Ubuntu 2204 to Ubuntu 2310? Well, it's a similar process to what you've been following to upgrade from other long-term support releases to up to 2204. But in this case, you can't go straight from 2204 to 2310. You have to do step releases. So it's 2204 to 2210, 2210 to 2304, and then 2304 to 2310. Now it's a lot quicker if you just back up all your files and just reinstall a fresh install of Ubuntu. But if you want to keep your files and everything in place and just use the updater, then it's perfectly viable to do this. And this is what we're going to do. So we're running the software update, and it's just going to check for general updates for 2204 before you start. It says not all updates can be installed. Run a partial upgrade to install as many updates as possible. So the partial update is getting new packages, installing the upgrades and cleaning up as it did with the previous updates and upgrades, and we'll see how that gets on. It says one package is going to be removed, one's going to be installed, 2 packages are going to be upgraded, 134k download, and so it should be quick. It says 260 packages are going to be removed. It says it can take several hours, hopefully not. So it says the partial upgrade is complete, so we can click close, and it didn't ask us to reboot, so we're just going to go into the updater again. So I've clicked on the Settings and Live Patch button, and it's taking you to the Updates folder, and it says notify me of a new Ubuntu version for long-term support versions. If I click for any new version, you can see when I'm on the updater again, it now allows me to upgrade. Interestingly, it's going to upgrade me to 2304. Not to 2210, so let's see how that works. Click upgrade. I'd imagine that's because 2210 is now out of support, so it's going to take me to the next one that is in support. So yes, it's going to go straight to 2304 Lunar Lobster. click upgrade, and we're back in the realms of getting new packages, installing upgrades, cleaning up, etc. And here we are, one installed package no longer supported, 15 packages going to be removed, 256 new packages to be installed, and 1559 packages are going to be upgraded. Another 1.7 gig download, another 4 minutes, and then installing can take several hours. I found the actual longest period is actually the cleaning up afterwards. So we're going to click start upgrade, lock screen's disabled, and away we go. The removal of the resolve comp package may have resulted in some information about name servers becoming unavailable, so a reboot is required, but it's still installing the rest of the distribution. You can see that Lunar Lobster is now the background, but we'll leave it to continue installing. As you can see, we're now in the cleanup stage, almost done, almost at 2304. And here we are, 149 packages are going to be removed. It says it can take several hours. We know that's not the case. The upgrade's now complete. We just have to restart. And here we are, Ubuntu 2304, the Lobster, Lunar Lobster. So we're one step away from 2310, and let's do that now. So how do we upgrade from 2304 to 2310, which is the latest version? Same as always, you go to the updater, and it's all ready to upgrade, so all we have to do is hit this upgrade button and just click upgrade. Before I do that, I'm going to look at the disk space usage to see how much disk space is being used just by keep upgrading like this. You can see we've only got 7.9 available because every time we upgrade it's used more and more space. And as before, it's going to prepare to upgrade, get your new packages, install the upgrades, etc. So one install package is no longer required and no longer supported. 6 packages are going to be removed, 87 new packages are going to be installed, and 1211 are going to be upgraded. Another 1.7 gig download, and it should take 4 minutes. It's now installing the upgrades, and then it'll be cleaning up, and we can have a fully up-to-date Ubuntu. And here we are at the cleanup stage. All we need to do now is remove these obsolete packages. Again, it says it's going to take several hours. It really means minutes. And that's it. We can restart our system and we should be up to date. Ubuntu 2310. And here we are, Ubuntu 2310. Now in this video I've shown you how to get from 1404 to 2310, and we've upgraded every single step of the way. Now, as I've mentioned before, it would have definitely been quicker to just back up your files to an external hard drive, reinstall Ubuntu 2310 and then copy your files back on. And the downside of upgrading the way we have is we've used a lot more disk space, but other than that we've got a working system. Now there are reasons you might want to choose upgrade as opposed to installing a new system. Now it's quite extreme going from 1404 to 2310. A lot of users might just be on the LTS release of 2204 and they might want to try 2310, so it's only a 2-step process up to 2304 and then 2310. If you're on 2304, it's only a 1-step process up to 2310, so upgrading in that circumstances isn't such a big deal. Another reason for upgrading rather than installing a new version is if you're dual booting, it's safer to hit the upgrade button because there's always the danger when you install new that you get the drive to install the bootloader, or it overwrites your Windows bootloader, or it does something that you're not expecting, whereas the upgrade is more likely to work. And that's the end of the video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you next time on Everyday Linux User.